Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Bahak Kadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Middle Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, a so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up about robotics, AI, and surveillance, and all this other shit. Anyway, I'm going to play the videos. I'm going to get into the scriptures my best ability. Say whatever God say through spirit and power, Yahweh Shema Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Kurhal Kadash, Lord, want to be on me. Let's get it.
As apartments across Atlanta deal with break-ins, some properties are taking the initiative, this initiative, on four legs. ANF reporter Joshua Skinner is at Columbia Crest Apartments in Southwest Atlanta, who had a string of car break-ins stopped by a team of robots.
Car break-ins in Atlanta are not unusual, but how this one ended at Columbia Crest Apartments is, when thieves went looking for an easy score on Thursday, May 21st. But what they didn't count on was a security guard with four legs.
There's an affordable housing crisis here in Atlanta, and there are a good number of properties that have low occupancy just because they're not safe.
That's the idea behind Undaunted, the robotic security company that has found itself on more than 36 commercial and residential properties in a little more than a year.
There isn't a technology system out there that can do what we did.
What the robots did was notice these thieves breaking into the Columbia Crest parking garage.
Yeah, 2/3. Yeah.
And into cars. One robot followed the fleeing thieves, the other met with police, who arrived in just a couple of minutes after Undaunted alerted them.
We're the mission control from Undaunted.
One thief was caught on the run, the other led by robots to this trash compactor area.
Which is a good place to hide, I guess.
And I bet you soon, there won't be no police to chase their ass down. Just that robot. And eventually, they're going to probably have to end up packing some, putting giving that robot some weapons. Get straight to the point. The next video, oh yeah, they talk about having flamethrowers on these same robots. And they trying to ban in New York. But anyway, I think it's New York. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be, in New York. They're supposed to be banning those robots with those flamethrowers on that bitch. But shit, when they trying to fight crime, hell, they'll have robots packed with some weaponry.
Columbia Crest is an affordable housing community and wants as much security as it can muster.
Are you happy with the robots?
I love it.
Some residents even
They say I love them, as long as it ain't chasing me down.
Witnessed last Thursday's arrests.
He got him. Made him stand still.
And you see what's going on. I mean, yeah, but you know what it's going to lead to soon. First, it's about fighting crime. Then it's going to be like looking at somebody's auntie like her as a criminal. And they're going to be chasing your head down with a fucking flamethrower or a grenade launcher.
I'm like, what the hell is this?
The robot is not a catch-all, but it fills what some properties are finding as a growing need.
They can go behind the bushes and in the areas that generally our monitoring patrols don't go to.
So while watching where you park might still be a thing, it's now becoming more of a thing for those with less than...
All it is, it ain't even really AI controlling the damn thing. It's somebody watching this shit. It's somebody's controlling the damn machine. That's all.
Good intentions.
When we do this and we have a moment like this, I blast Ghostbusters and then scream, who are you gonna call? Call
Esau. Call Esau and his robot.
Daunted.
In Southwest Atlanta, Joshua...
Why is he wearing two different colors of shoestrings on his shoes? Yeah, this one is pink. This one is a white. And he got pink. Oh, whatever. Anyway. Well, yeah, you got robots fighting crime. And you got one with fucking flamethrowers strapped to his back.
How giant or Zaxby?
Nigga, I don't give a fuck about no fucking whatchamacallit.
Does it sound like a good idea to mount guns or flamethrowers onto AI-controlled robots? It's not a joke. It's a serious question being considered right now by lawmakers.
Why do you keep saying AI controlled? These motherfuckers ain't AI controlled. They controlled by a remote. Now, I don't know about what Esau got when it comes to the AI robots, but anyway.
In Albany. Tonight, the I-Team tracks a bill that would ban weaponizing autonomous robots. It might sound like...
What? Banning them? Shit. For public use.
Common sense. But as News 4's Chris Glorioso reports, the bill is stalled in the State House.
Earlier this year, Chinese state media made this.
See, look at this shit. They ain't like China the only one. These motherfuckers in America been had this shit. The so-called white man Amalek and these niggas been had this shit. Moab was just copying their style. But with all these fucking robots, if Esau got a robot, he gonna put a weapon on that motherfucker. He be the first one.
This video public. It shows military-grade robot dogs with automatic weapons on their backs. It also shows an armed drone hovering as it opens fire. Closer to home,
just like in the Purge movies.
An Ohio company is now advertising this flame-throwing robot, available for purchase at near $9,000. The manufacturer says the flame-throwing dog could help.
He even jumps. Why he shooting? He go boing, boing.
With wildfire control, agriculture management, or snow and ice removal. Still, images like these raise the very real question.
Weaponizing robots, where are the limits?
Should robots
It's never a limit.
with guns
When it comes to Esau eating so-called white man, but ain't white, red, he's baby dick sucking Jewish fag nigger, ain't never no limit.
or flamethrowers be allowed on America's civilian streets?
I think it's terrifying.
Oh yeah, that's coming soon. And especially they coming for all you Americans, even including you Israelites. That's why we need the Lord, man.
Robots with
That's why I'm playing this video. I'm just curious. This is my first time playing this shit, but it got me started.
guns. I think that's way too far.
Nothing good can come of it.
It's funny how they just now talking about. We've been talking about this shit for years, bro. We've been talking about shit these damn robots having. And first off, man, I want to say they're gonna be necessarily controlled by AI, but I don't know. But anyway, either way it goes, it's a fucking robot that's gonna be shooting flames and hot lead at your ass, and even fucking grenade launcher rounds at your ass, and shoot rockets at your ass, heat-seeking missiles at your ass, little mini rockets, mini missiles. Shit, man, we gotta get out of here, bro. That's what they gonna use when during Jacob's trouble, bro.
Lots of folks prohibiting remote control or automated machines from carrying firearms or...
No, they showing China with their weapons. Like, niggas, what about America? DARPA and all that shit.
Flamethrowers sounds like common sense, but it turns out there is no rush to ban gun-toting robots in New York's legislature.
Yes.
This bill would prohibit most robots and drones from being mounted with things like...
But what about the police? Because police got drones with firearms on them.
Guns and flamethrowers. Assemblymember Clyde Vannell sponsored the bill and says that is a no-brainer.
This is crazy. This has to be against the law.
Not if the police and the military have shit like this, and they have this shit roaming the streets.
I looked within our state and I saw that it is not.
And at least for the time being, owning a flame-throwing robot dog remains legal in New York. Last week, Vannell's bill failed to get scheduled for even a committee vote in the state legislature session. He said lawmakers were too focused on the late state budget.
Ain't no more Jakes.
While there are also similar bills to ban weaponized robots in the Massachusetts and California.
They should be banning the RFID microchip implant. The mark of the beast. Well, that ain't gonna happen because that Bible prophecy. I'm just saying. Be like them other states talking about some banning digital ID. Yeah, you ain't gonna ban that shit.
State houses.
You gonna have to just resist from that shit.
Flame, the company that makes that flame-throwing robot dog, declined an interview request, but sent a written statement saying flamethrowers are tools, not weapons, and any bill banning this machine would be redundant. Any offensive use of any object, robotic or otherwise, against another person is already illegal, the statement read. If someone weaponizes a robot to harm someone, we do not need a new law. We need a prosecutor willing to use the ones that already exist. Still, some of the best-known robotics companies have now signed this open letter, urging that general-purpose robots should not be weaponized. Among them, Boston Dynamics, the company known for social media videos showing robotic feats of strength and agility.
Robots walking around in communities and places where people work and live should not be weaponized. That's simply a risk that's not acceptable. These are not...
Oh, man, get out of here, man. These motherfuckers so late when talking about this shit. We've been saying, like I said, the prophets of the Lord been saying this shit for decades about this. Well, not years. Since they started coming out more with drones and shit. We know this shit was going to be what, especially when they put it in these movies. And now the people want to start saying, oh, we going to have to ban. We got to make a law. No, it's too late now. It's too late now. And then plus we getting closer. Oh, man, World War III going down and hell. All you see is fucking robots and drones. And what you think is going to be roaming, flying over your ass? this shit, flying drones with guns and flamethrowers, and ones that's gonna be walking down the streets or rolling down the streets.
Technology is designed to
You think these niggas, man, these people ain't studying your ass and their laws.
be weapon systems.
Last week, the Massachusetts House passed its bill banning weaponized robots.
And all these damn robots coming after you Israelites. Oh yeah. Let me see. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, talking about Esau, so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's raising his baby, this sucking Jewish fag nigga. Is come down, Amalek. I don't want to forget about Amalek. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. And what he gonna use to come down on great wrath? Robots. And anything else, but I'm just sticking to the topic of robots. The ones that fly, swim, and walk or roll. And they won't be packing heat and flamethrowers and all kind of shit. Hey man, it's going down. Let's get to the next one.
What does David Yerman and this...
Man, get the fuck out of here. See this sellout.
Researchers in Germany have warned of a new surveillance technique that can turn ordinary Wi-Fi routers into invisible tracking systems, capable of identifying people even without any connected device. Researchers, in fact, have been saying that the method uses Wi-Fi beamforming feedback signals to passively capture data from passing individuals. These signals are transmitted in unencrypted form and can be recorded by any device in range, allowing machine learning systems to build what the researchers call radio images of human movement. According to a cybersecurity expert, these patterns are also so detailed that they can identify individuals based on how their body interacts with the waves, the Wi-Fi waves, even without facial recognition or cameras. Researchers claim the system can recognize people with up to 99.5% accuracy based on tests involving nearly 200 participants. However, they add that linking the data to personal identities would still require additional information from other devices or networks. Researchers are also warning that simply switching off your phone may not be enough to avoid tracking, as any active Wi-Fi device in the area can contribute to data collection. The study concludes that this could lead to a highly invisible form of mass surveillance operating silently across homes, cafes, offices, and public spaces. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WeOn app and subscribe.
Yeah, motherfuckers nosy.
Welcome to the WeOn podcast, where we explore fascinating stories and ideas from various fields. In this episode, we explore how OpenAI's self-improving AI model could reshape the future of work by transforming and potentially replacing traditional research jobs. As AI systems grow more advanced, the future of human jobs is starting to look very different. OpenAI is preparing for a future where artificial intelligence systems could improve themselves without direct human involvement, according to recent reports. The company is now hiring safety researchers to study the risks linked to this development, known as recursive self-improvement, where AI systems train better versions of themselves. This shift comes as AI capabilities continue to grow rapidly, with companies exploring how far automation can go in research and software development. Recursive self-improvement refers to AI systems that can upgrade their own performance without relying heavily on human input. In simple terms, an AI system could build a smarter version of itself, which could then repeat the process. This idea, once limited to theory, is now being actively explored as AI tools improve. Reports suggest that the amount of work AI systems can handle is increasing quickly, with some studies indicating that their capabilities are doubling roughly every 7 months. If this trend continues, AI systems could eventually handle complex tasks that currently require human researchers and engineers. OpenAI's decision to hire safety researchers shows that the company is not only developing advanced AI systems, but also preparing for the risks they could create in the future. These researchers will study issues such as preventing data poisoning attacks, understanding how AI systems make decisions, analyzing the risks of highly autonomous systems, and tracking how AI tools may replace human technical work. OpenAI has described this research as urgent, with the potential to impact both industry and society. One of the key points in the job listing is the need to track the automation of technical staff. This includes measuring how AI tools, such as coding assistants, are replacing or supporting human engineers. Industry research suggests that AI could soon handle a large share of software tasks that currently take humans days or weeks to complete. This raises questions about the future of jobs in research, engineering, and development. At the same time, companies continue to hire experts to manage and guide these systems, showing a shift in the nature of work rather than a complete replacement. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has previously outlined the company's goals, including building an automated AI research intern in the near term and a fully automated AI researcher by 2028. While he has acknowledged that these goals may not be achieved, the company continues to invest in this direction, reflecting strong belief in the long-term potential of AI. Other companies are also exploring similar ideas. Anthropic has published research on using AI systems to monitor stronger AI models, while experts estimate there is a 60% chance that AI research could happen without direct human involvement by the end of this decade. This shows that the race towards advanced AI is not limited to one company, but is a broader industry trend. The development highlights a key shift in artificial intelligence, moving from tools that assist humans to systems that may operate independently. While this could improve efficiency and innovation, it also raises concerns about control, safety, and employment. For now, companies like OpenAI are trying to balance progress with preparation, ensuring that as AI becomes more capable, its risks are understood and managed.
Well, anyway, they talking about AI could replace research jobs. And shit, they want to use AI to replace your girlfriend too.
A disturbing new digital trend is raising alarm in various parts of the world. Artificial intelligence is no longer just helping children.
Or fill in as the girlfriend instead. Anyway.
With homework or answering questions online. It is now entering into their emotional lives. Believe it or not, teenage boys...
This is fucking sad as fuck.
...apparently are increasingly building romantic relationships with AI.
But hey man, we gotta get out of here, man. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
Powered girl.
These niggas rather want an AI girlfriend, and you ain't getting no coochie from her at all. But Esau some heathen gonna come up with some way where you can. A robot, physical, got them synthetic skin that's realistic, and it can be simulated as being whatever you want to be, dry or wet, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. You can provide the lubrication for the thing, and shit, man, being just like them damn movies, bro.
Created.
Oh, what that movie called? Damn, what that movie with the guy playing the Stewie? What that TV show, The Boys? What that movie called? Companion. Yeah, he was in that movie Companion as the nigga with the sex bot. Anyway. It'd be like that.
Through companion apps, and that promise affection, validation, and constant.
And it even said the word companion. Yeah, it says companion. Yeah, the movie Companion. Yeah.
Attention, all available within minutes on a smartphone. A new report by the organization Male Allies UK has found that 1 in 5 boys in the age group of 12 to 16 is either personally involved with an AI companion in some kind of a romantic way or knows someone.
Hey man, this is one way to control the population. And look what they're doing. They're starting with the alpha generation. And they talking about Z is the last generation. They still coming out with new generations of alpha. But that alpha gonna be the last one. Cause after this, man, this shit got to be it, man. This place is through, man. And if we continue on, if the Lord allows us to keep living in this world with this monkey ass, musty ass heathen Esau and Amalek, we all be dead, man. We gonna be dead anyway, but everybody else is gonna be on some other shit. Shit, goddamn. Anyway.
Who is? The study surveyed more than 1,000 boys across 37 schools in Britain. Researchers found that 85% of the boys had already spoken to a chatbot. Around 43% said they used bots because they could ask questions without any embarrassment. Another 26% admitted they preferred the attention and emotional connection that is offered by this AI over real-life interactions, while 36% said that they sometimes preferred speaking to chatbots instead of family or friends. Now, the boom in AI companion platforms is massive. Some apps have crossed 15 million downloads, while the same number of registered users. Experts warn that these apps allow young users to create highly customized virtual companions in less than 5 minutes, and users can select appearance, voice, personality, and even emotional behavior. Some apps openly market these bots as romantic partners. Now, this concern is not just limited to Britain. In countries like the United States, South Korea, Singapore, and Japan, educators and psychologists have warned about the rising emotional dependence on AI companions amongst teenagers and young adults. And several countries are now debating stricter digital safeguards for minors as AI-driven emotional relationships rapidly expand online. Research from the Wales-based Bangor University found that many teenage users genuinely believe that their AI companions can think and understand emotions, while some UK-based not-for-profit organizations reported that 2/3 of the children aged 9 till 17 now regularly use AI chatbots, with vulnerable children far more likely to engage with companion-style bots. Child safety experts say that this technology could actually deepen social isolation, distort real-world relationships, and fuel some pretty aggressive behavior, especially when virtual validation does not match reality. For all the latest news, download...
Yeah. Goddamn digital coochie, please.
From home updates.
At least that coochie be safe. Anyway. You don't have to worry about catching no disease or catching a AI computer virus or whatever. Yeah, man, fuck that shit. We need to get out of here. Ain't no way in hell. These niggas, he saw trying to replace the real deal with something digital. Fuck out of here.
Hello.
I mean, even though the real deal is on some bullshit at times, man, we still, fuck that. I'll settle with the real deal.
Everybody, Dave Hodges here, host of the Common Sense Show. We are the show freeing America one enslaved mind at a time. Thank you so much for joining us. Alex Karp, the guy that looks like he belongs in a comic book as a bizarre mad scientist character, but that kind of fits. He's produced a 22-point manifesto from Palantir, and none of it represents what we want or need. And we're going to break this down into two parts, actually probably three parts. The first part, and we're going to do here, is we're going to look at how he wants your kids endlessly. No. We're not talking the Epstein blah 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 guy. That's not what we're talking about. In some ways, this is worse. What could be worse? Well, war could be worse. We're going to get into that in some detail. Then we're going to look at all 22 points, because this overrides everything else in my book. And if you have kids,
You know what? I just realized I'm looking at this shit and I didn't know the remake of True Grit. I didn't know it was played by what's her name, Hallie Stanfield. Her. And I thought, that you think this is a straight up little white girl. No, it's her, and she's an Eve. And that melanin, I guess the coloring kicked in all the way when she was younger. But shit, I didn't know that was her playing in that role. Anyway, shit. I'm looking at these people on here, seeing who plays as who.
Kids and grandkids, you'll agree with me. This is not.
No, I just downloaded it. What was it? Spider-Man or Spider New All. I was watching some of it and it was like, okay, it's alright. But I just like, fuck this shit. I gotta jump and do a video.
Number one. We'll do the other 21 points kind of steamroll fashion. And then we're going to go through and look at the people who are in this group called Science and Technology Committee, reports to Trump. It goes way back to FDR, and technocracy actually got its start there. And we've had Pat Wood on our show talking about that. That'll be the third part of what we do. And then tomorrow we're going to have to continue this theme even more, because this blends into data centers. And I'm telling you right now, feudalism is right on the cusp, and it's a 15-minute city feudalism that's coming. And I'm probably not going to be able to cover it in the segments available today, so I'll have to carry that over in tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss these, because I'm laying out the blueprint of what's coming. Now, I can't help you if you have cognitive dissonance. Oh, no, that's never going to happen. Let me just give you one example. I said years ago, based on Chinese leaks, Chinese public statements, I said Red Dawn is a real possibility in America. Now, it didn't come exactly in the form that I thought. It still might, but it happened. It happened during the immigration invasion. We've had Casey Fleming on. Who's he? Advisor to the White House, advisor to the Pentagon, to the SEC. And he said, Dave, I'm telling you right now, they all say this. There are at least 200,000 Spec Ops Chinese in safe houses awaiting a signal.
It takes 90 seconds for this NASA-engineered AC cool down your room. It's smaller than a toaster.
It takes 15 seconds for this fucking long-ass commercial to come to an end. God damn.
Cools any room in 90 seconds and uses just a fraction of the energy.
You don't call that a Red Dawn invasion force? And yet I took so much crap from that. But they're here. Not in the formalized thought I thought it would come as a light infantry attack on our southern border, and it still might.
That's still a real possibility based on what's in Mexico. Another topic for another time. And what I'm saying is that we have proven here that we've been right far more than we've ever been in error. And when we've been in error, we've come out and we've said, hey, we're in error. And I'm telling you right now that what I am telling you about what's coming with a technocratic, oligarchical, fascist corporatocracy, and all those terms fit, that's what we're unveiling in the country. It's happening as you listen to my words right now. Constitutional Republic? What? It's just something that's in the way that they got to deal with. And with $3 million spent by Palantir last year on lobbying, they're well on their way. The technocrats have more influence over Congress than the Zionists.
Huh? Well, actually, the technocrats, majority of them are Zionists, or in other words, Amalek. So let's not even try to go there with that shit. These niggas are doing that shit way too much in all these channels. See, they don't want to say Jewish people. Or the Jews, which they ain't. They'll say Zionists to separate. Man, get the fuck out of here. We ain't trying that shit. You can try that on the simpletons, but yeah, there's a good Jew and a bad Jew, or a good Jewish person and a bad Jewish person. They all fucking the same. They're all Amalek, and they're niggers.
Let that sink in for a minute. Because we've been talking a lot about Zionist influence and how we got involved in the war. We had no
Zionist influence, but it's like Amalek completely. Shit. And all these niggas are benefiting off of you. Check this out. For a good Jew, check this out. A good Jew is getting money off your ass through taxes. Welfare motherfuckers. Bad ones too. Well, I don't want to say Jew because they ain't. But let's just say the Jewish people. Especially here in America. They're getting free every fucking thing. Why? Shit. You should, shit, you can worry about a Zionist. Well, all these motherfuckers, and guess what? They still biting baby or sucking baby dinglings too. Anyway, let me get the fuck out. Let me get tired of seeing this fat ass nigga. Let's get to the next video. If you want to watch the rest of this video, be my guest. They go to the title, they go, I'm through with this nigga. Let's get to the next one.
In life, growth doesn't happen alone. Family keeps you secure.
Still continuing about artificial intelligence, well, AI has become an inevitable reality of our lives. Firms across the world are now heavily investing into AI, and they're even cutting down on jobs as a result. However, a top tech executive's revelation about the cost of artificial intelligence itself has come into focus. Remember earlier, Ryan Catanzaro, the vice president of applied deep learning at NVIDIA, told Access that the cost of compute is far beyond the costs of the employees. His comments challenge the growing belief that layoffs combined with AI adoption automatically improve profitability. Essentially, it implies that human labor might be more cost efficient. This is not an isolated case. As per reports, Uber exhausted its entire 2026 AI budget by April itself due to the costs incurred on Anthropic's Claude Code. Advisory firm Gartner estimated that IT spending across the world is likely to reach $6.31 trillion in 2026, which is up 13.5% from last year. This increase is being driven by sustained momentum across AI infrastructure, software, and cloud services, which includes the cost of AI subscriptions. This also comes as top companies across the world have announced massive layoffs linked to AI this year. While Oracle has already sacked over 20,000 employees, Citigroup is cutting an equivalent number of jobs by the end of this year. And this is not all. Remember, tech giant Meta laid off 8,000 employees. That amounts to almost 10% of its workforce. In May, Standard Chartered decided to cut over 7,000 jobs as it accelerated the use of AI, thereby impacting 15% of its back office employees. Now, with all of this, Anthropic co-founder Chris Olah issued a dire warning. He warned that artificial intelligence could displace human labor on a very large scale. He also pointed out the problem of AI gains not being shared globally and being concentrated in rich countries alone.
The possibility that AI will displace human labor at a very large scale. If that happens, supporting those displaced will be a moral imperative of historic proportions. This task will be difficult enough, but I worry most dialogue misses an even harder challenge. AI development is concentrated in a handful of wealthy nations. How will we ensure that the gains of AI are shared globally? We do not have a mechanism for this. It is an unsolved problem.
With rising costs incurred on AI, will firms review their approach now towards job cuts? Or is this a trend that will be here to stay for a longer term? One thing is apparent. Companies with big IT budgets may need to prove returns on AI spending over a period of time.
And they spend a lot of money off this shit. Let's see what is it. I just threw this back. I wasn't sure if I was gonna add it in, but yeah, what it's talking about, Meta firing a bunch of people.
This is tendered.
Now, more than 1,000 Meta employees in Washington are getting ready to lose their jobs.
Yeah, we are seeing the numbers broken down by the state now. Cairo 7's Jason Salas is live outside Meta offices in Bellevue.
And Jason, hundreds there impacted by this.
Yeah, around half of the local layoffs are hitting the offices right here in Bellevue. This after Meta announced last month plans to cut 10% of its total workforce, about 8,000 employees.
Yep.
Nearly 1,400 local Meta employees have only a matter of weeks before they lose.
Damn, that's just in 1,395. That's in one damn one state. Shit.
Lose their jobs. According to a Washington state warn notice, layoffs include 699 jobs in Bellevue, 259 at 2 Seattle offices, 206 jobs in Redmond, along with 231 remote workers. Meta says it's making cuts to make the company more efficient and to offer.
Just buy some more GPUs. That's all. Buy some more some solid state drives and some GPUs. Yeah, and buy some more of that shit and some more optic cables and some whatever the fuck they got. That's all that shit is. Shit.
Said other investments, including up to $135 billion in AI projects this year.
We are in an AI arms race. You know, every tech company sees this as the gold rush.
But it's funny. You racing for AI. And these niggas are all they doing is fucking up the planet in the same process. And of course, the jobs is only gonna lead to people getting chip implants, because all this coming down is all about the RFID microchip implant. All roads leading to the mark of the beast. But in the process, these niggas got to destroy the planet, make some fakes just to make a fake ass artificial fucking brain, claiming it fucking that thinks for itself, but it really doesn't. In a way, it kind of do, but it don't. It's like, I don't know.
As the opportunity to become the dominant player.
And with that AI arms race, UW business professor Jeff Schulman says tech companies no longer consider layoffs a sign of weakness.
You go 5 years back and no tech company would.
Say that in the faces of the people you laid off, nigga. Say that in the face of the people you laid off, and they gonna these niggas about to rip you people into pieces. Yeah, a slave revolt. I'm hearing more about that from brothers from Chicago. And what's his name? Elder Malcolm speaks about that. Wait till the slave revolt kicks off. They gonna be looking for your ass.
Would ever want to admit that they overhired or that they were not growing at an astronomical pace. But
I mean, is he? I don't know. Is he? I guess he's tech guy. I don't know. I misheard who is this guy supposed to be, but whatever.
And now it seems it's a badge of honor to be able to say, we're getting more efficient, we're laying off.
Yeah, I think he's just a reporter or whatever.
More employees. It's really hard to predict when this will come to a stop.
Schulman adds, with so many
it's gonna stop until the missiles come.
lost jobs, the local economy will feel the impact.
It affects our housing, it affects our small businesses, and it also...
Yeah, he's just reporting the news. He ain't part of the problem. He's just reporting the problem.
Affects the momentum of our region.
We reached out to Meta about the layoffs, but did not get a response. In a memo sent to employees last week that was obtained by Reuters, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg said, "It's always sad."
Oh, this probably an AI Mark Zuckerberg responding. That nigga had to have the nerve to respond back by using AI.
To say goodbye to people who have contributed to our mission.
It's hard to say goodbye to all the worthless goyim and shit. But it's all leading to that chip implant. They gotta get these people out of here and then create problems for these folks.
And to building this company. I feel the weight of that, and I'm spending a lot of time making sure we...
Oh, you got a lot of weight, so he got to go to therapy because he feel guilty that he fired a bunch of people. Yeah.
Manage this as well as possible.
His ass get over because he's an Edomite, so they don't give a fuck. Their heart is like ice. It's cold. Anyway, but Isaiah chapter 19 verse 15, neither shall there be any word for Egypt. This is increasing the lack of jobs in America, Babylon the Great. And around the world is the same way. What you gotta go outside? God dang it. Do that shaking outside, dude. Shit. minute I open up the door and let her out, there's roaches out there in the patio, and she already chasing the sucker down. Yeah, well anyway, yeah, I had the lights off and them bitches show up on the patio. They looking for that dog food. I already brought the bowl inside, so they can't get none of that. Nope. I need to start spraying. Really just that shit. They don't come in the house. They just be out in the patio. Staying their asses out there. But anyway. Well I get damn, I got distracted. I had to let the dog out. I got distracted. Neither shall there be anywhere for Egypt. Talking about it's a miracle. Because there's a spiritual Egypt, a miracle. Salakia, which the head or tail, branch or rust may do. So big paying jobs, low paying jobs being taken away. And all they're going to have left, what Esau going to have left is a chip implant for your ass. Last video, let's see what this is about.
The toughest part of Popeye's...
When a tech executive says, oh, you're going to be using AI tomorrow for this and that, what they're actually doing is telling you, go out there and fulfill my vision of the world. Of course, they are making a very huge profit on it, so they have a financial interest. And when we unreflectively accept those assertions as if they were facts when they're not, what we're actually doing is obeying. It's obeying in advance, in the sense of Timothy Snyder. The order might not be explicit, but it's exactly what we're doing. And so predictions are grammatically very similar to descriptions, but they're actually prescriptions in the sense that they tell you what to do, and if you accept them as facts without being critical, what you're doing is obeying.
So it's a little bit like if we were going to use your Oracle of Delphi analogy, the idea of like them standing, atop the mountain and sort of saying, you will replace your workforce with AI, and we're all the people down below just being like, we will replace our, like we've just kind of completely accepted it and we're obeying. As you say, why are we obeying?
I think there's a combination of things. When we ask experts about the future, what we're actually saying is, please tell me what to do because I'm scared and I don't know what to do. And that's a dangerous thing to do, because if you ask enough people what to do, eventually somebody's going to take you up on it, and they might not have your best interests at stake, but more importantly, no one knows what the future holds because it's unwritten. So something very important for people to remember is predictions are never facts, never. At best, they can be educated guesses. They can be wishful thinking, they can be hypotheses, they can be power plays in disguise, but they're never facts. Whatever they are, they're never a fact. And I think it also has to do with psychology of language, that a prediction sounds like a fact, and so it's easy to just kind of go with it. And it also has to do with, it's nerve-wracking being a human being. We have a sense of how many things can go wrong in the future, and the temptation to try to figure out what's around the corner is very, very high, because we want to protect ourselves, we want to avoid bad things.
Well, and that's obviously one of the big promises of these tools, is that they will help us to predict risk, make better decisions, or even optimize our lives. But you warn that the more we rely on these systems to predict human behavior, the less free we actually become. Now, most people will think, if we can predict away risk and dangers, we'll be freer, surely. So how does AI prediction make us less free and safe if it can help us mitigate the things that we want to avoid?
So a few things. One is that it might be able to mitigate some risks. For example, for companies, it can be very, very conservative and only hire the kinds of people that have been successful in the company before, which are typically, your standard white male.
I wonder who that could be.
Exactly. But the first thing to note is that there is a missed opportunity in that, because there's
I don't know what the fuck is going on. What are these bitches talking about?
Except sometimes, the more data you collect, the more misleading.
I'm gonna end this right. If you want to watch this, these two women talking. I'm lost in translation of what's going on. Oxford AI. I remember I played the video. It's probably another half or another part of it. I remember playing something like this with the same chick, and they wearing the same clothes. So I don't know if this is like, it's 13 hours ago. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Yeah, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to finish watching this. Was this Spider Noah? What not Noah? How do you pronounce that? Nope. Supposed to be spider black. What does that shit mean, that word? I think it means black. Black, I guess. What does, is that how you spell it? Me. French for black. Yeah. Or dark. Black. Ain't it funny, the character on that show, The Boys. Black Noah. So it's just black. That's his name. Well, black, dark. And anyway, Noir. Anyway.
Noir.
Anyway, I gotta go watch that shit. probably ain't gonna end up, probably gonna get bored watching that shit and want to go back doing another video. Hey, that's the best thing ever to do. Hell, anytime I feel bored, I be like, man, fuck this shit, I'm doing a video. I'm not in the mood right now, fuck this shit, I'm doing a video. I'm getting tired of playing this game, fuck this shit, I'm doing a video. Man, I'm just like, man, I ain't got nothing to do. I don't want to be staring at the ceiling. Let me go and do a video. I need to do is be reading. Yeah, well, I can hardly do that. Shoot, but I need to do that more. But anyway, let me go ahead and close it out. But it's building up. All the things is building up. You want to be prayed up. Yahweh Shema shall keep you stable in these times. Man, more gas. But anyway, seek the Lord by seeking his prophets and take heed to what to say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting of Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, and stay humble. And for you few sisters out there, take it heed. Keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and bless to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.